On the 17th of November, The Hunger Games return to cinemas. But this time, things look a little different. Set 64 years before Katniss Everdeen volunteered as tribute, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes introduces us to a young Coriolanus Snow and explores how the 10th annual Hunger Games led to his eventual installment as president of Panem. In the previous Hunger Games films, we witnessed the fall of President Snow, played by Donald Sutherland.
I want us to be friends.
Throughout the franchise, we saw him lose his iron grip on the world of Panem, as his obsession with control ultimately led to his downfall. Now we get to witness his rise. An ambitious 18-year-old Coriolanus Snow, played by Tom Blythe, is fighting to maintain the prestigious Snow family name after the loss of their fortune in the Civil War. Their social status and financial security rest on Coriolanus' performance during his final year at Panem's elite school, the Academy. Snow leans on his charm to keep up appearances as he clings on to the opportunity to become a tribute's mentor, and in turn provide a comfortable future for his cousin and grandmother. In a twist of fate that comes to fruition decades later, when Katniss sparks the fires of rebellion,
Thank you for your consideration.
Snow is assigned a female tribute from the poverty-stricken District 12, Lucy Gray Baird, portrayed by Rachel Zegler. It seems the odds are stacked against him.
What are the Hunger Games for?
The 10th annual Hunger Games are overseen by Dr. Volumnia Gaul, played by Viola Davis, who is a scientist and the leader of the Capitol's War Department. Her role as head game maker sees her tasking Snow and his peers with finding ways to cement the Hunger Games as a must-see spectacle for years to come. However, unlike the woodlands devised by Seneca Crane for the 74th Hunger Games, or Plutarch Heavensby's intricate clock-based layout in the third quarter quell, the 10th Hunger Games have fewer resources and are therefore taking place in the decaying Capitol arena. Dr. Gaul's biggest contribution to the game's format is her beloved mutations, or mutts. Versions of these modified, weaponized animals had been used by the Capitol since before the war, but they make their debut in the arena during the 10th Games. Mutts became a firm fixture in future arenas, including trackerjackers, horrifying wolf mutts, and bloodthirsty monkeys.
Annie! Annie!
It's not her! It's just a Jabberjay, it's not her!
How do you think they got that sound? Jabberjay's copy.
You will also remember the iconic Jabberjays that were deployed by games makers in the 75th Games. Used by Capitol spies prior to the rebellion, these genetically altered birds could record and repeat back human speech. What are the Hunger Games without their host? In The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, we meet Lucretius Lucky Flickerman.
First ever host of the Hunger Games.
Portrayed by Jason Schwartzman, Lucky is a Capitol TV weatherman who is tasked with ramping up the entertainment factor across proceedings. He brings a glimpse of the Capitol glamour and pageantry we see in later games with his tribute interviews, and paves the way for a familiar face. Caesar Flickerman, played by Stanley Tucci, follows in the footsteps of his predecessor with charisma and polish. His skills as master of ceremonies provide us with many iconic moments throughout the films, including him coining Katniss' nickname,
Katniss Everdeen, the girl on fire!
Katniss' outfits played a huge part in her iconography, and decades before, Lucy Gray's rainbow dress also caught the eyes of fashion-hungry Capitol viewers. Panem's obsession with opulence was epitomized by District 12's games escort, Effie Trinket, whose flamboyant style stood in stark contrast to the brutality around her. 6 decades earlier, Snow's cousin, Tigress, also understood the power of appearance in Panem. Her resourcefulness and skills as a seamstress helped preserve the Snow family's dignity, ensuring that Coriolanus always looked the part of the Capitol elite despite their circumstances. By the time of the Mockingjay Revolution, Tigress had succumbed to societal pressures, changed her appearance dramatically, and had been cast out from Capitol society. As a result, she's almost unrecognizable as the kind-hearted cousin we meet during the 10th Hunger Games. Experience the Hunger Games as you've never seen them before when The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes is released in cinemas and IMAX on November 17th. For more on all things Panem, stick with IGN.